guys, it's Sab. I have had the worst time trying to film this morning. I am like, my brain is mush. But anyways, this is my channel, #Sab. Welcome to episode 2 of Makeup and Motivation. Today's topics, we're gonna be talking about primarily self-love and being judgmental. I thought it'd be perfect to tie that in because July 1st, the hashtag 30 Days with Sab Instagram challenge started. And this month we're focusing on self-love. If you've been a part of those challenges before, I did a hydration challenge and I did a active challenge where you kind of get moving for 30 days. And basically it's my way of kind of encouraging you to do something that is healthy. So being active, staying hydrated, focusing on putting yourself first, etc. And I have been doing a lot of self-development, self-love, self-seeking type stuff, especially when I decided to take my 30-day social media break, and I wanted to come back and kind of do this challenge with you guys. So I thought it'd be great to be doing makeup and motivation, self-love, and being judgmental. Now, with that being said, I've already put a coat of foundation on, my primer on, and my moisturizer because my eye just was too much. So I'll let you guys know just really quick what I did. My lotion I'll put on the screen, list it down below. I put some of the Cover FX blurring primer on, and then I'm using in the color Sable, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation today. It is my darker color, but obviously yesterday I just got back from Mexico, so I'm a little bit more tan, and I wanted to keep that tan kind of going. Today's Get Ready With Me is focused a little bit more primarily on glam because I am going to one of my really good friends' bachelorette parties tonight. So I literally got back from Mexico yesterday, and now I'm doing that. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've had kind of a hair disaster story, and I'm really excited to kind of glam up a little bit to kind of just feel a little bit pretty. I know makeup does not make us more beautiful. It's all comes with inside, yada, yada, yada. I get that, ladies, but sometimes you just need a little something extra, and makeup enhances all of the extras that you already are. So with that being said, let's get into some highlighter. Anyways, so I recently, right before I went on my Mexico trip, I decided to purchase the Audible book, Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Higgins or Hillens, I'm not sure. I will link her book below. It's all of the rave, so if you're like hiding under a rock, you wouldn't know what's going on, but essentially the rest of us do. So this is like kind of a girl's or a woman's like self-help, self-love type book. I got through about half of it on my trip because I didn't start it until our way back from Mexico, and I was crying on the plane because it was like so hashtag relatable. I can't even like tell you guys how much was just, I felt like she was telling my story, seriously. I did hear a lot in the reviews that if you're not a mom that you wouldn't like it. However, I don't really think that she talked a ton about being a mom. Like, she definitely talked about being a mom and the struggles of like, being a good parent a little bit, but I don't feel like she dove into it so deep that it's not like one chapter you can skip past and get still so much information from the book. The biggest part that I wanted to talk about is being judgmental. So when I grew up, I was made fun of, and primarily just I didn't come from like a great upbringing. I've like had this conversation with you guys like a million times, and I honestly kind of started to this whole if I make fun of myself, nobody else can make fun of me gig a long time ago. And I've also realized about myself that now that I'm older, we're all judgmental. It's a natural part of who we are as human beings. I just think how extreme you take it is kind of up to you and what you want to do. And I think that there has been times where I've been unhappy with myself, and I do identify this now. I think especially I've been unhappy with myself, so therefore I have judged people around me, whether they're people that I'm really close to and I know their story, or it's just the first glimpse that you get of somebody and then all of a sudden you try to paint their picture for them and not really give them a chance. I have done it all, and I've realized, even on my Mexico trip, because I think it's just natural. One of the things that I've realized over time, especially recently, is most people that are judgmental or bitchy or, you know, kind of exude this negative energy, most of those people, and again, this is me, I guess, making an assumption, but most of those people have something inside that they're either insecure about or unhappy with or something. And it kind of changed my mind to how I think of people, even my closest friends. You know, here's the deal with me, guys. I am out there. I'm weird. I'm quirky. I say things people wish that they could say but don't say. I say things people are embarrassed that I say because I'm over the top. I get all of that. I understand that. It was a very huge deal for me when I first started sharing my YouTube channel with my friends and family, because I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be like, this is embarrassing. They're gonna think I'm dorky, or they're gonna make fun of me. And to be honest with you, I know that some of them do. I know I have some low-key like people that follow me out there just because they kind of want to watch the disaster happen, as I would like to say it. You know, they want to just, maybe they think I'm funny because I'm foolish. I don't know, you know, I know that not everybody follows me because they love me and they care about me. I think they just follow me because I'm entertaining and, you know, I just do and say random shit. And a lot of that was because I stopped caring what other people thought. And that was a huge deal for me when I stopped caring what other people thought, because I had such huge perception issues growing up that it made it really difficult for me to really be who I was. And I mean, I've always been Sab. I've always been quirky and funny and random, and I've always done stupid shit. And part of that's just because I'm one of those people that doesn't fully think before I do things. I'll admit to that. I feel like I haven't done heavy makeup like this in forever. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's fine. You guys still love me, right? So I've always been that person, but to put yourself out online and be that person and know that people are talking about you or making fun of you or sharing your stuff because they're like, oh my God, did you see Sab's video? Or who is she trying to be, or whatever else? That takes a lot. And I just kind of got to the point where I decided I don't really care anymore. Like, I share my stuff on Facebook. I share my stuff with everybody. I tell people in real life, I know I've got a YouTube channel. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. And I don't feel like I'm doing anything so inappropriate that like I won't be hired on at a job. I mean, I do reserve some of my vulgarness, if you will, because I want to remain a tad professional, but for the most part, I'm just a goofy, silly girl that is carefree. And, you know, I make a lot of relationships and I make a lot of friendships because people are attracted to the fact that I am very real. I'm a real person and I'm caring, and I don't, you know, like I said, we all have these moments of being judgmental, but I don't sit here and judge the shit out of people all the time. It's just not... I do judge people. That's the problem. That's the problem. I do judge people, and we all judge people, and I want to judge people less, and that's, I guess, where I'm going with all of this. I really reel people in because they feel warm and welcome around me, but I think in the back of my mind, I'm still judging, and I just don't want to be that person anymore, and I want to get away from that person, and I think there's a time and a place to judge, but I think at the end of the day, I just don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to be somebody who's judgmental at all. I don't want to be somebody who is... You know, not that I'm necessarily the type of person that wouldn't talk to somebody because they don't look a certain way or anything like that, but I think, you know, you try to stick with your aesthetic. I mean, I know aesthetic's a huge word now because it's like hot on Instagram, but in real life, you do the same type of thing. You know, you want to be friends with somebody who dresses like you or is into the same style as you. Hold the door while I find products because I don't want to talk your ear off while I'm lingering around. And I have been the type of person in the past where, you know, I would not get super close with somebody if, and I understand your guard that you do that, you know, if you don't think that you have a lot of things in common, like maybe you guys have a great conversation and you guys are really into, you know, a topic, or maybe you meet somebody that you can share something with, a secret or a fear. But then you start to think about, well, could I hang out with them? Do they like the same things as me outside of, you know, this conversation or whatever? And then I would base my level of I wouldn't say loyalty, but my level of friendship with somebody based on whether or not I could hang out and do all the things with them. And the bottom line is, you're gonna find very few people in your life that you can do everything with, that you could tell your deepest, darkest secrets, that you could go get the same latte, that you could have beverages with, that you could go on vacations with, that you could shop with, you know, all of the things. You just are not, there's not really a one size fits all. And I have that in my life. I have basically my one size fits all. And it's not even a one size fits all, is my husband, because he doesn't even like to go out to the bars with me, so I can't even say that. But, so because you don't have a one size fits all, you need to embrace every single friendship. She had mentioned that one of the #1 questions that she gets in that book is that women are longing for relationships and friendships. And I can 100% see why that's the issue. I can 100% see why women want friendships, and it's because we judge and we guard ourselves. And the bottom line is that women are mean to each other. I mean, we really are. We are really mean and feisty, and we will sit there and make fun of each other for the same exact thing. She mentioned a situation where she made fun of a girl and it stuck with her forever because they shaved her toes, but she actually shaves her toes too. When you think about it deep down, the people that maybe, even if it's just in your head that you're judging or making fun of, you probably do something along the same lines that somebody else isn't interested in with or doesn't agree with. And we need to be kinder to each other and realize that it's not a one size fits all situation. You are gonna have, I have a really close friend that, you know, I absolutely, anytime I'm like having a super mental breakdown moment, I can call her up and I know I can go unleash everything. She knows everything about my family. She knows everything about me, and I can just cry. I can cry, and she gives amazing advice. And I don't have a friend who is like that at all, besides my husband. I have friends that I can kind of touch on things with, but I don't have friends that are really, I can just do that one specific thing with, you know. I have another friend who anytime I want to go out and have the best time ever, I can call her up and she literally will hands down be my favorite, just have so much fun, no worries, no thoughts, you know, nothing like that. And I don't have a ton of friends that can just be that crazy, you know. I'm in my 30s. I don't have a lot of young, or she's not even young, she's my age, but I don't have a lot of people that, you know, are still kind of want to do that every once in a while and can do it the way that I want to do it when I want to do it, if you know what I mean. So I guess my message, now that I'm kind of all over the place, is that we really need to embrace each other and be more kind to each other and be more willing to accept the fact that you can have multiple different variations of friends and they can all be your good friends. They don't have to spend a ton of time with you, and they don't have to know everything about you to be a good friend, I guess is what I'm saying. So with that kind of being wrapped up, and the judgmental aspect, I'm trying to embrace being less judgmental, and it'll take time because we all have moments. And like I said, I'm not the meanest person you'll ever meet in your life. I think we naturally are judgmental because that's just what is going on in society, I guess. I don't really know. I can't really give you the answers. All I know is I'm going to work on that for myself. Well, the second thing I wanted to talk about was self-love. And this kind of just goes full circle because you really cannot give anyone else full love and attention if you don't love yourself. And I know that everybody says that. I know that's a trend. I know that's like so repetitive as far as people saying that over and over and over, but the bottom line is it is so true. You know, you really have to start taking better care of yourself. You have to give yourself the time to listen to your insides. You know, we shut our insides out all the time. We literally will talk to ourselves. We tell ourselves good things, bad things, and we listen to the bad more than the good. But the bottom line is most of the time we don't listen at all, and we just shut ourselves out. And I loved what Rachel said in the book. She had mentioned that she spends, you know, that we spend so much time wanting to do things for other people and not canceling things on other people. We don't dedicate that same amount of time back to ourselves, and that is so true. You know, you will cancel on yourselves all the time, but if you had a friend that was treating you that same exact way, then you would write them off. They wouldn't be your friends anymore. And I just loved that. I loved the message that she sent with that. I don't know, guys, this book is just amazing. So I'm really excited about the hashtag 30 days with love, hashtag 30 days with Sab challenge. I'm just really excited to be able to, even myself, take one day, and not every single post that's on there says something specific about you. Like day one is your best feature. My thought is that you have to kind of get creative with it. And I'm hoping also that, you know, you guys put a little effort into it. I think it would be really cool, you know, if you guys have a really cool photo that you want to post, but then also put some context behind it. Like one of the posts I picked was where you live. And it doesn't necessarily need to be literally your house. It can be your town or maybe where you're from and why that's so important to you and why that's made you who you are. I really just, I don't know, I'm really excited about this. A lot of my friends and family I've talked to about this challenge and doing this challenge, you know, when I was on my 30-day hiatus, we're all really excited to be able to join and participate in it. And I think all of the women in my life have been very like, wow, like this is something that I've needed. And I don't know, I think it's just gonna be so fantastic and I'm so excited. This is looking patchy AF right now. Jaclyn Hill, what you got going on, boo? I need like a different brush, much better. So I am also deciding after listening to that book that I am going to lay off for, you know, probably like my first month that I'm back from weigh-ins and etc. And I don't want you guys to think I'm being a quitter, blah, blah, blah. And if you do, honestly, that's you. You do you. You can unsubscribe if you want to. I don't really care. But I just really want to focus on being healthy. And I think I've had a love-hate relationship with food my entire life. And I think I've really gotten to the point where I'm done dieting, and I am very proud to let you guys know I got back from vacation last night and I was still only 10 pounds heavier. I think those are it's not water weight anymore, I will definitely say, after that nice Mexican vacation, but I didn't gain anything more, so that was really exciting. But I think for me, I really just want to focus on this journey being about myself and not the pressures of, you know, what's going on. I'll probably do like what I eat in a day videos that focus on Weight Watchers and things like that. She had actually said in her book, if there is anybody ever that's dieting or wants to start a diet, she always tells them to just start small, and instead of taking away food, add a routine. And the routine that she said to add was drinking half your body weight for the first 30 days. And I think I'm really gonna focus on that and just eating kind of healthier, just to kind of get myself back in the rhythm, because you can't go from eating 47 meals a day to like 3 meals a day, which is what I've been doing. So I really just wanna give myself a little, you know, ease back into the whole situation. So with that being said, I don't want you guys to think I'm like quitting Weight Watchers and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm definitely not doing any of that. I'm a huge fan of Weight Watchers. I'm a huge fan of what it does for women and how it helps. I love the program. It's amazing for me. My poor lips are so chapped. A little bit of a lighter color in the middle. I mentioned in my last video that, you know, when I came back full board, that I was going to make this journey really about myself and not focus on social media as much. And after reading that book, it just confirmed everything for me. It confirmed that, you know what, like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna keep doing Sab. And at the bottom line, like, if you guys aren't interested or you lose interest, that's your own freedom of choice. I unsubscribed to people that I once loved and are no longer adding value to my life. I understand that. And if you guys are only interested in 100% Weight Watchers material, I'm not mad at you, because that's just not what I'm gonna be doing 24/7. It is definitely a part of my life, but it's not my life. I don't have the time to be managing 5 different accounts, because I wanna do one weight loss, one motivation, one, you know, lifestyle, whatever. This is pretty much just lifestyle. And I think it's a really important message that you do what's best for you and that you quit worrying what everybody else is thinking. You know, there's so many people on Instagram that are glamorous, and believe me, like, I would love to get clothing offers and do all of these fun Instagram photos, and I'm not gonna say that I'll never put bougie photos on my Instagram because I think I'm girly and I love makeup and I love fashion. That's something that's fun to do. But I think sometimes we get lost in that. It's like, it is it takes over our own reality, and then we start to compare ourselves and start to feel bad because that person's Instagram feed looks so glamorous, like they're living the most amazing life. But I can tell you guys, and if you guys are creators at all, then you know, even for myself, and I post content for me, I don't have a super ton of sponsored material. I do, yes, I do get free shit sent to me every once in a while, and I try to allow you guys the codes for those, and I'm honest with you guys when I actually have had a lot of stuff sent to me that I don't share with you guys. So I think that's just part of what social media is. You know that there's going to be product placement. We technically are now the new commercials and advertisement. That is literally what you are as a social media creator and influencer. But I think we get lost in trying to compete and be better than anybody else. And anyways, I got off track there. But what I was going to say is, even though I do this for myself, a lot of work goes into it. So even, I mean, if you can only imagine all of those Instagram feeds of those Instagram models that have all those really, and I'm talking like not just a glam shot, but the like ones that have really cool photos and they're wearing awesome fashion and all this, that, and the other, like a lot of freaking work goes in. They're literally on their Instagrams 24/7. This is not just you snap a photo of your life and then you keep living your life all day. It is a full-time job. And I think that's why a lot of people that make it big in the industry try to share that if you do not want to dedicate all that, if you're not passionate about this, then you'll never make a career. And I'm not trying to make a career out of this. I'm doing this for fun. I'm recently a stay-at-home mom. I've always been interested in film. As I mentioned in many of my videos, I was like the camera girl in high school. I really enjoy the editing aspect of this, and I do enjoy the connection that I get with you guys, which is amazing. But even what I create, because I'm passionate about it and I want it to look a certain way or feel a certain way, it takes a lot of time and energy, and I'm not making money off of this, so I just do it for fun. And I think, you know, we are just a little bit too hard on ourselves and trying to compare ourselves to other people. It needs to be about our vision and what we want. Anyways, I've rambled for hours. I love you guys. I will be back as soon as I have my hair done and my outfit done, because I do kind of want you, I know I didn't do that in the last video really, but I want to do that today because it's Bachelor Day. And yeah, I have lipstick on my teeth. Why didn't anybody tell me? Great. All right, so here is basically the finished look. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna wear as far as clothing goes because I'm still doing laundry. Yeah, girl. I've got to go grocery shopping for my kids. I got to get things in order. Anyways, but this, I have to say my hair's not too bad. Like, I don't love the color right now, which kind of feels really mousy. But after I did an Olaplex and some deep conditioning on my hair, I feel like it is definitely in a much better spot. So maybe I won't have to cut it all off. Yay! Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are liking these Motivation Mondays. Monday makeup and motivation. I don't know what we're calling this series. If you guys have ideas for the next video down below, if you guys have ideas for the next video, list them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!